What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar with C-Zar Gets Crypto, and we are talking about ETC Ethereum Classic today at the request of Mr. Brad. Brad, we're doing this one for you, my man. Looking at it, you asked ETC any hope. Yeah, there's hope, man. There's definitely hope. On this 1 hour, it actually doesn't look half bad, to be completely fair. You are up today, are you not? No, you're down. Okay. You do have a lower low with a higher low in your RSI. This is bullish divergence, after all, but to be completely fair, it's a fairly weak overall looking RSI. So this you've had bullish divergence before, and it promoted a nice pump actually. Let's see. Let's see here. I don't know. I kind of like this. I kind of like the way that this looks for an immediate move up. But how high up does it go? You know, it's not like extreme divergence. This could go up up to about 1560. You're at 1540 now, so it could go up about that high and play out. It might go all the way up to the purple line, still not even like $1 away from here, so it doesn't need much. Maybe it goes up past this and forms an overall lower high still. On the 4 hour, with the way that you moved up like this and you just gave it all back, you like totally engulfed that range, I would expect that you go lower. That would be my expectation. You do technically still have higher lows though, so as long as you're maintaining that, you can't be too upset. I want to look at the 4 hour RSI actually first. Yeah, I think you do go lower. I definitely do. I think you get into this overbought zone. This RSI looks like it wants to go there, so probably at least into the overbought zone, if not deeper into it, at least a bounce off of it. But one way or another, this 4 hour probably will go lower. You will probably negate this whatever bullish divergence you have and give that up. To a certain degree, you even have hidden bearish divergence on here, but not really, but kind of. Yeah, I do think it wants to go down. I think there is hope. I do think there is hope for any XTC potential investor. Hope that it will go lower and you'll be able to scoop up more at lower prices. That's the hope that I'm seeing right now. On a daily, I want to go real quick on the daily. Daily RSI looks like to me similar to the 4 hour. It looks like it wants to go into the oversold zone. You have a high here that is a higher high than this high over here, but the price shows a lower high overall. It's hidden bearish divergence. A lot of crypto right now, after this pump on the grayscale beating the SEC news, a lot of things pumped that day, and we've already given it back, across most cryptos. So I do think that we have lower to go than even this low here. We probably will in turn take out this low and then take out that low as well. Where are we going to go from there? Let's see. Let's give this thing an over. Yeah, you can see, man. It looks like a flat base, right? It really does. This isn't healthy behavior. Flat base that you've hit once, twice, you hugged it for like 4 times really, but twice here, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times, or once, twice, 3, 4, whatever. I do think that this breaks. You have a descending structure in the midst of all this. Could you go higher from here? Sure, I don't think so, not based on the 4 hour, but I mean, sure, maybe you do, but not by much, man. You're at $15 now, maybe you go up to about $20, maybe, but likely you will probably go lower. You probably will, in fact, break this white line. And being that, if we look back here, this is kind of at the top area of this overall range of accumulation. I would think that you would, just looking at it from a price perspective, on this closing basis here, look at that, ties up with this closing basis. You had a closing low here that you bounced off of. You could go down to about, what is that? That's $11.73. Somewhere around there. You might even go lower, potential to do that. If we take this high here, you're at the lows over here kind of. That would be down below $10. Let's just see if anything else. I'm going to take away this. Nope. No. I'm going to take away this line here, and then I'm also going to take away this white line here because we don't need that really. If I go, man, hard, where do I want to draw this fib from? Might be easier on a monthly. I mean, I feel more comfortable doing it here, yeah. From low to top there, see, that's why you're bouncing. You're finding support on your 618 here, which is nice to see. That generally means finding this much support on your 618 like this means that when you go below it, you're probably going to find support at your 786, your 886. You will not see extensions. So that should be a hopeful thing right there, that you are not going to take out these previous cycle lows. Are you going to take out this current cycle's lows? I think so. Does that make it special? No, man. There are a lot of cryptos that have yet to find their lows. So that's nothing detrimental on ETC. And if we've learned anything from its previous cycle, it can be very volatile at this area, right? And if anything, we might be doing something like that now, where we're in this like kind of sideways range for a little while, hitting these low points a couple times, and then go from there. I do think we go lower than this, though. I think this 0.69 is really close to about $11.73. So somewhere around this monthly close here, closer to $11, would make sense to me. This $9.55 area doesn't make as much sense when looking at it from a monthly perspective, but I would say it's really hard to say, but my overall expectation would be somewhere in this big range here, between about $11, $11.30, maybe is that $11.50, let's see. But yeah, like $11, let's call it $11.15, or I guess it's $11.10, isn't it? So whatever, $11.10 to $5.06, man. That is a very big range, but maybe you don't go that low. Maybe you do, in fact, find support closer to this 0.69 area. There looks to be reasons for that. The 786 could be a real key area too. Hard to say, really hard to say. I wonder. Let's see here. From bottom here to top, you've got a 1272 and a 1414 right there at the 786. This does not look good. Definitely looks like you want to go lower. And the 1618 is near that 886. Man, it's hard to say, but the further I look into this, let's look at the monthly RSI isn't looking too good either. You got a flat base on here too, man. The more I look into this, the more that I am inclined to believe that ETC will go below $10, probably even below $9. It'll go anywhere. If I had to give it a more refined range, I would say somewhere between about $9 and $5, somewhere in there. So it's really hard to say, but that's the range that I give it. And how long will it take to get there? It could take by the end of this year. It could take sometime in the beginning of next year. I wouldn't think that it takes like too long in relative terms, but probably not today or tomorrow. If it does happen this month, great. Get it out of the way. Do it. Just do it and be done with it. But probably not going to be. I don't know. You have been moving sideways on this low for a bit now. It might happen pretty dramatically, pretty fast, but I doubt that it's just going to happen and then it's going to be over. You probably will see some kind of sideways moving for months to come, and then toward the beginning or like the around the halving, you'll probably start to see some more upside. That would be my interpretation for this thing. Here in the last bull cycle, you didn't really turn up until January, and you topped off in May. You had a very, yes, your low was all the way down here, so it's arguable that you started it way back here, right? But that was 5,300% here from like the time that you really started to turn up from the low to the high. That was about a 3,600% move up. That is a what is that? That's a 37x, right? Basically, almost a 38x, but a 37x there. And you did that in like the course of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 months, in half a year. So kind of like Dogecoin, kind of like some coins, it looks like it likes to do its thing toward the end of the bull market, not in the midst of it. But there's not a whole lot of data to go off of this. Will it behave the same way? Maybe, maybe not. But with that, I just want to keep in mind that I don't think we're going to take these lows out. But I do think we'll actually go below these highs here, right? We're already basically there. And probably come down to where these highs are down here, if not a little bit lower or a little bit higher. I feel safe in saying between $9 to $5. As big of a range as that is, it's kind of unknown. Not a lot of data to go off of. And a lot of people doing analysis on ETC, I bet they're talking about this right now. I don't know. I don't watch analysis on ETC, but they're talking about how this line's probably broken. If nobody's talking about it, I don't know why. Or maybe I do know why, because who cares? Like really, who cares? It's not that big of a deal. Just as you've broken below it, you can break back above it, and I bet you will, with time, break above it. But it is hard to say the overall trajectory for ETC at this point in time, other than the fact that I think it is going down. I don't really have an opinion as to if it's going to bottom out at $9 or $5. I feel safer saying somewhere in between there. I don't have an inclination as to which way it would be closer to. The fact that it bounced off the 618 so many times, I would think that the 786 would be the area to look for, which is right around 755. But you could bottom at the 69. You could go to the 886. It's really, really hard to say. So there's a lot of stuff lining up in all those areas. So that's my overall opinion, man. Lower to come. Definitely lower to come. Let's even see if we can get this from a low to a high point. We're to put it at the breakout zone. like right there. I mean, that's not going to happen. I mean, if that happened, man, you're going back to your cycles lows before, and that would just be sad. But I guess anything's possible. But I'm going to keep it at that. My overall expectation, probably a move that'll take you down below $9, probably stay above $5, and that will take the rest of the year, maybe even going into next year to form. So I'm not bullish on ETC at the moment, but you don't need to be, man. It moves up very quickly toward the end of the bull cycle, so that's okay. Just keep that in mind. Anyways, that's all I got for you guys. If you liked the video, leave a thumbs up. I appreciate all the thumbs ups, and I appreciate the subscribers. Thank you guys so much. Take care. Bye-bye.